Navigating relationships after addiction and recovery. Hello. My name is James, and I'm a grateful recovering and addict and alcoholic. What's up, people? Hey, welcome to my live stream again every night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. My name's James, and I'm doing the damn thing as a grateful recovering addict and alcoholic. If you or a loved one need information or experience strength and hope, check out my channel. Subscribe and hit the bell. Relationships after recovery. Now, what the hell am I going to say about this? I have no idea. They told me, by they I mean those who have gotten sober before me, they told me get a plant first, then get a pet animal or fish or a dog. If you can keep those alive, then you can get a partner. You know what I mean? So as you can see, after killing many fish, I finally kept some alive, and I also have some dogs. Good topic. Here we go again with the dogs. So, what are you feeding your dog? No matter what topic we're on, I end up talking about dogs. Well, I got some dogs, and I'm keeping them alive. I don't know. I'm going to work the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. The 12 spiritual steps, the spiritual solution to our spiritual malady, our mental schism. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've dated in sobriety before, and I know dating's crazy everywhere, but shit. It's probably crazy it's definitely crazy everywhere. Relationships in recovery. I don't know shit about it. I'm going to read and maybe we can both learn together. Relationships, dating, and marriage are complicated enough, but addiction adds another layer. It creates emotional distance between partners. It takes more time away from the couple and affects sexual health. Ugh. Among other things. This explains why couples with partners who abuse alcohol or drugs report problems with intimacy after addiction. They argue and fight a great deal, and the fighting itself can create a situation or environment which the partner with drinking or drug abuse, it could be triggered. It's like an unending cycle where the conflicts lead to substance use and vice versa. Over time, substance abuse destroys trust, communication, love, and stability. All of which are the foundation of healthy relationships. So it doesn't come as a surprise that those in early stages of addiction recovery face the challenge of recovering their intimate relationships. Intimate. Since substance use comes with isolation, secrecy, social distancing, spouses in recovery have to start from ground zero when it comes to rebuilding their intimate relationship. This means rebuilding love, trust, and communication from the foundation up. Did it look like I was reading anything off of the? I'm doing it like they do on the TV, where you act like you're not reading something, but you are. What up, Holly Ford? Hey. Shades of Glory says, I dated a drunken person who showed terrible judgment, as did I. Well, dating a drunk person. They were always drunk? Was that their... I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. I'm feeling silly again. I had a day and a half. How was your day, Shades? And how was your day, Miss Ford? And the rest of you. The lot of you. Ha ha! She might have gotten mad at something completely unrelated to me. Next, she would come with the FU text messages. I hated that shit. Yeah. Anger is a luxury that the drunk cannot afford. The drunk, the alcoholic, cannot afford the luxury of anger, dismay, resentment. Shit like that is the luxury of, I guess, other people, but not for the drunk. It is said in the book that it is the number one offender. Resentment. How to navigate intimacy after addiction. For all the people that come in after you guys, don't tell them I'm reading. Let's see if anybody notices. I'm going to pretend like I'm just coming off the top of the head with this. Ready? I'm not ready. I'm not going to tell you when I start. I've already started reading. See, you thought I was just talking. The good news is that there's hope for rebuilding intimacy after addiction. It's a challenging journey, but with commitment and the right strategies, loved ones can reconnect and build a stronger, healthier relationship. As you can see, I know this from experiments too. Here's some practical steps right off the top of my head to help you navigate intimate relationships in recovery. Don't start a new relationship. That's just off the top of my head. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Is it though? And it's natural to want to have someone by your side. However, experts recommend waiting at least a year or more. Do experts recommend that? Because experts recommend don't start it for a year or more. Now, I have something to say about this. But they say it allows them to focus on themselves and their recovery. So exactly 365 days and then I'm good? I don't know about that. That makes sense because it's hard enough to focus on oneself in recovery, let alone factoring in another person's needs. Besides, the emotional challenges that come with relationships can trigger relapse. Be honest and direct. The conflicts that you experience in your relationships don't go away when you stop abusing substances. So both partners need to own their role in the conflict as you begin the repair process. Take an inventory of your behaviors and account for them. Be honest and direct with your loved one when talking with them about the impact that the addiction had on their relationship. Focus on your recovery journey and take it slow, you know? Daniel Kopic, what's up, man? Shit, son, how you doing, son? Claudia Schiffer, Hillary May, how's it going? She's a babe. Claudia, she's a babe. If she were president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln. I was just watching Wayne's World. So that is directly relevant. If she were a babe, she'd be Abraham Lincoln. Babeaholics Anonymous, man. A strong foundation for a healthy relationship begins with your well-being anyway. You got to do you before you can do others. Reflect on the process you've been making so far during your addiction treatment program and identify the coping skills and self-care strategies that work for you. This can include exercising, proper nutrition, a good night's sleep, etc. You can also incorporate mindfulness practices, journaling and yoga. I've been doing some yoga. I did some journaling. You know what I'm saying? I was mindful. I'm mindful right now, man. If you're yet to join a 12-step program like Alcoholics Anonymous or Cocaine's Anonymous, do so and stick with it. Such groups have been shown to provide peer-level support that helps people stay sober for long term. Anybody that ever tells you that the stats are low in AA, all you have to say is, how do they record statistics in an anonymous program? And you just blow them right out of the water, man. You just blow their argument right out of the water, man. Hillary May, Hillary May, Hillary Hillary May. Journal and hey, I just figured out because of my trending short that I put out on YouTube with Mike Tyson being a sensitive sweetheart. If you put Mike Tyson's name together without the space, it sounds like Mikey son. Mikey son, like my son, Mikey. Oh, cool. Do you have the iPhone journal app? I got a little journaling thing. It's like, and it records where I go without me knowing. It'll be like it'll like pop up on my phone and be like, why don't you write a story about your trip to City Barbecue last night on Woodruff Road? You'd be like, yo, you're creepy, phone. Why don't you write a journal entry about yoga practice on Wednesday? Why don't you write a journal entry about that? You know so much about it. You know what I mean, Holly? It's like, I know you like that boy, Holly. Why don't you write it in me? Write in me, Holly, about that boy. Do you have any crushes on any boys, Holly? How's your sister doing? Have you guys watched any scary movies? You know what we should all do tonight? We should all watch Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. And then we could all write in our journals. From a convenience store. That's because you spend so much time in there getting your vapes. It's like, it looks like you spent 2 hours in the Quickie Mart yesterday. Why don't you write a journal entry? YouTube keeps suggesting I do member-only chats for these live streams to get my members going. And I just did the math. It'll take me 50 members to get $100. After taxes or some shit like that. Member. I just look at you and just laugh and laugh. Wayne's World is a classic. Next thing I know, my journal, it'll be like, why don't you put an entry in there about your favorite movie in the whole wide world, Wayne's World. If you love it so much, why don't you marry it, James? Soon it'll be like, why don't you do some journaling about me, your journal? Why don't you ever talk about me in your journal? I've been reading it. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there about me, James. Yeah, not true. I don't think it's true. People do make money from YouTube. I'm gonna try. And I'm already making money from YouTube. I'm receiving a check for $212 after taxes. I mean, before taxes. So it'll probably be what, $175? And I'm just getting started, man. Hillary May, where are you going? Everybody's got to leave. Oh, Mr. B, we have a question for you. Mr. B, have you been on this channel for a long time? As Mr. B, not Shades. Why don't you guys prove Mr. B wrong and super chat me $100 each right now? There's 6 of you. $600. Oh yeah. Back at the topic at hand. Okay, the topic, relationships and recovery. No wonder I don't have a GF. damn it. Mr. B. I mean, Shades. Shades. I seem to. I'm just curious on whether my memory is correct, but it seems to me that you have commented on this channel in the past 500 streams skimbledy bimbers. You know what I mean, Ben? Oh, get back to it. That's right. Okay. Relationships and recovery. Focus on your recovery journey. Take it slow. You want to hear a joke? What do you call two recovering addicts in a U-Haul together, driving down the road? And this relates to take it slow. Intimacy won't happen overnight. Oh, the joke. What do you call two addicts, two alcoholics in recovery in a U-Haul? In a U-Haul driving, it's called their second date. Shade's got it. Caesar alcohol withdrawal. Right on. Michigan Swatch Company. After part 3 of step 4, maybe some living amends. Michigan. What's up, Michigan? After part 3 of step 4. Part 3 of step 4. It's supposed to be a simple program for complicated people, man. Not the other way around. There's only one step 4. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Intimacy won't happen overnight unless you real smooth, like, you know what I'm saying? Chaboy! Allow time for both partners to adjust to the temperature in the room and the humidity. Allow each of you to rediscover yourselves and learn to navigate life without the crutch of substances. This deliberate pace helps build a solid foundation for a healthier connection, ensuring that you and your loved one are emotionally prepared for the challenges and joys of rebuilding intimacy. You know, it takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? Build a culture of open and honest communication is what I'm trying to say. One key aspect of fixing intimate relationships after addiction is learning to communicate feelings healthily. Make it a habit to share your feelings, your concerns, your aspirations with your partner, and encourage them to do the same with you. These are just some ideas off the top of my head. You know, discuss the challenges and victories of your recovery journey together. Open and foster a deeper connection and understanding of each other's experiences. You know, things of this nature. Effectively communicate and build trust. Set the stage for a more intimate connection based on mutual support and empathy and sexiness. Set realistic expectations. Know that the process will have its ups and downs, and being patient with yourself and your partner is essential. Recognize that both you and your partner are on a journey of growth and recovery, and there will be moments of vulnerability. You know, perhaps. Celebrate small victories, acknowledge your progress, and communicate openly about challenges. What? Resentments? What? Mr. B, Cool Keith Sweat? Part 3 is sex inventory. Oh, Michigan, talking about resentment, fears, sex inventory, sexual inventory. It doesn't do that in the book. There's one page only dedicated to sex in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and that is page 69. Man, I had that New York style pizza from Papa John's, and all it is salt, bro. Anything fast food claims is good, all it is just salt, bro. Yeah, but nobody does it like me. Okay, Shades? Old joke, fresh delivery. Okay? First of all, it's not a joke. It's literally true. I'm serious here, bro. 69. We reviewed our own contact over the years past. Oh, it's already done. Jay Tabor, how's it going, brother? Member of the channel. For those of you who aren't members of the channel yet, you should be deeply and astonishingly ashamed of yourselves. Your fourth step is 3 parts. Is it? You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's also more than one cat. There's a bunch of different alcoholics, so there's not one way to work the steps. It is a guide. I know this because I was trying to do it perfectly in the beginning and it didn't work. When I lightened up a bit and gave it to God, that's when it worked. Little Skeezers. Little Caesars, that $5 quick, but it's all salt, bro. It's very much so salt. Michigan Swatch Company. I'm gonna post the membership link so we can work on this. Get me $100 a month, once I hit 50 members. I'm so ambitious. I am ambitious. Once I have a good night's rest and maybe get some energy, I'm gonna learn how to crip walk. But I have to get a good night's rest first. And I can't do it I gotta be in my comfortable shoes. Okay? I want to crip walk. The topic is relationships after addiction. This one, it almost makes you laugh. If it weren't so GD sad. It's suggesting things like spend quality time together. This is morethanrehab.com if anybody wants to check this out. I put the link in the description of this live stream. Oh, here we go. Reintroduce intimacy gradually. Everybody knows I'm gradual at it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I talk in the bedroom. That's my sex voice. You know what I'm saying, baby? I'm gradual with it. Hey. Approach the reintroduction of intimacy with patience and gradual mindset. Physical and emotional intimacy may have been strained during the period of addiction. It's essential to take small, deliberate, sensual steps. Begin with gestures of affection such as holding hands or hugging, and gradually progress as both partners feel more comfortable and connected. This gradual reintroduction allows for a sense of safety and ensures that both individuals are on the same page as they navigate this sensitive aspect of a relationship. As the penis enters the vagina and both of you enter a plane of ecstasy, don't forget to hit that super chat and subscribe and like and hit the bell. Share this with a partner. And let's move on to the next paragraph. Establish healthy boundaries. Did you see what y'all are talking about? You like that topic? Clearly define and communicate what is acceptable behavior and what is not. This includes setting limits on substance abuse, fostering open communication about personal space and individual needs, and respecting each other's boundaries. Healthy boundaries create a sense of security within the relationship and contribute to rebuilding trust, an essential component of intimate connections. Do away with toxic relationships. While your attention might be on fixing strained relationships, it's also an excellent time to eliminate unhealthy relationships. For instance, if you have friends or family who still use or don't support your recovery journey, or if you are in a romantic relationship that perpetuates toxicity, it may be time to consider cutting ties. Toxic relationships can be bad for well-being, hinder personal growth and recovery progress. On the other hand, Tinder gives me some personal growth. Yeah, right. Man, those dating apps were hot for a minute, weren't they? For like a good decade, and then all of a sudden, Wait a second. I think I just turned 40. I think that's the problem. The dating apps aren't the problem. I'm the problem. I've always been the problem. Setting limits on substance abuse. These sober steps are starting to sound conflicting. These aren't sober steps. These are related. This is a different article, bro. Setting limits on substance abuse. Yeah. What's this shit got to do with recovery? It's called relationships after addiction, bro. It's talking about two people in addiction being in recovery in relationships. One of this week's live streams was, can you guys be together if one of you is using, one of you isn't? The answer to that is no. It's death, bro. This shit is life or death. I ain't trying to fucking be making mixtapes and fucking eating chocolate strawberries and shit and then dying because of it. Nah, bro, I ain't trying to be all romantic, bro. That's what it's got to do with recovery. Don't get all shy and bashful because we're talking about relationships. Oh, Kopic's getting all shy and bashful. We're not gonna make it, are we? She said, I doubt it. Shades of clarity. What? Man, Shades thinks he's in a movie. Or a book. That's a hell of a romance novel, bro. You should write that in your novel, bro. Quitting alcohol would lead them needing to reestablish how they bump uglies. Well, yes, bro. Listen, just because you're not quitting alcohol doesn't mean that some people don't need to. I'm not going to keep drinking alcohol and killing myself because I'm nervous about having sex. First of all, yes, that is a big reason people relapse, to be honest. Nobody knows how to dance, which reminds me, y'all are going to learn how to crip walk with me sober. It's going to be a thing. You know what I mean, man? But Trippy Seeds, how's it going? You got shit on your balls, shit balls, yeah. Trippy Seeds, we talking about Skimble Bimbles. Bro, some people would be crazy and I ain't ever unlocked a skill from alcohol. Some people, what is it? Huh? What's your point? What is that? What are you meaning to say, Daniel? All I meant to say is, beneath every skirt, there's a slip. If you know what I'm saying, brother. Do you know what I'm saying, brother? Beneath every skirt, there's a slip. Sobriety, losing its position. Flip. Beneath every skirt, there's a slip. Well, that's all this random internet articles has on relationships after recovery. Do any of you have experience that you can share with us on relationships after addiction? So basically, you get sober. You don't know how to go. Well, first of all, you're not going to the bar anymore to socialize. Drunks we go to bars. Drunks go to concerts, we go to the beer tent. Drunks go to parties, we go to the keg or the bar. Drunks go to weddings, we go to the bar. Drunks go to the freaking airport, we go to the bar. Drunks go to the mall, we're like, why aren't there bars in malls? Oh wait, yes there is, the Cheesecake Factory. Drunks get kicked out of the Cheesecake Factory. Has anybody ever noticed that the Cheesecake Factory has subliminal vaginas as decoration? Next time you're in the Cheesecake Factory, I know we all go there twice a week. Look around. There's subliminal vaginas. It's a marketing tool, no doubt. It's a ploy. Mike Tucker, how's it going, brother? You tried a recent relationship is what you're saying? Chase said, yes, she left me. That's his experience. I asked people to share their experience with relationships after addiction, and Chase just said, yeah, she left me. The end. Ooh, ah. Trippy Seeds. I'm in that at the moment. I don't know what to do with my time. Codependent. One person may tempt another, especially if their addictions bounce off each other. Jaber says, I hear that subscribing to James will make all your relationships great from that point forward. No, that's memberships. If you join the membership, it will make your relationship. Get your Soberdelic James facts straight, Jaber. Chase said, yeah, pretty much. That's the story. Come on, bro. You're not a fucking retard. Maybe you're just a retard. Have you ever thought of that? You're not a fucking retard. Maybe you're just a good old retard. It doesn't have to be so negative. I know I'm emotionally, mentally, and just like socially retarded. All three of those stacked on top of each other. You got it. Got sober with the super hottie. Couldn't believe my luck, and then it all went to hell. Of course, your picker's broken. Your ego picked the super hottie, not your heart. Yeah, Jaber. We got kicked out of my condo in Florida. What? Wait a second. What? Huh? I ain't done any drugs like that for a decade, Trippy. Chase, she was gold. I understand how we feel. I mean, I came out, when I got sober, I was 14, 15 years old again, because I picked up when I was, so I literally am emotionally and socially retarded. I retarded my social and mental and emotional growth. I retarded all my growth, even probably physical, with drugs and alcohol. Intellectual growth, retarded. By definition, I retarded all my social and relationship growth. I retarded that, and now I wake up, and when you put down the booze, you take up going through feelings and going through emotions and going through relationships, going through embarrassment, going through awkward, uncomfortable social situations that you drank through, so you start growing again. But you're basically like 14, 15, 16 years old, except you're like 30. You know what I mean, man? Well, I'm talking about, I'm referring to the self-talk thing. Go from calling yourself a retard to calling yourself bro. Hey, I'm doing the best I can, bro. Don't call yourself a retard. Not that retards are bad. Some of the best people I know are retarded. In one way or another. Me being one of them, and you fine people another. Sober Daniel Poppycock is more extroverted and tend to set more goals and want to travel, etc., which was comparable with my 10 plus relationship. Trippy, yeah, 14-year-old. It's like, have you ever went to a social event? I mean, have you ever went? You go after you don't have your booze, you don't have your binky, your fucking drugs and alcohol. So like, you're just standing there shuffling your thumbs and shit at the edge of the dance floor or whatever. You don't even know. I guess I'll eat some cake. You know what I mean? You're not stuck. You basically, when you get sober, you learn, and the steps, people. I'm telling you, the 12 steps is a blueprint for people like us that don't know how to do it. It's a blueprint. The 12 steps are a blueprint. Get with a sponsor, practice the 12 steps of the 12-step spiritual program. We have a spiritual mental malady, personality disorder. It's a spiritual and social malady. It's a disease of the mind. That's why we like mind-altering substances, because we're just trying to get away from our mind. Relationships, you gotta, I'm learning that you need a relationship with God first, a relationship with yourself first. Learning that, I mean, I learned it a long time ago. I guess I'm now learning that it is absolutely and 100% accurate. You just want to leave the relationship trippy? I wanted to pop in to say what's up, Jay says. I'm playing for my Masker rank game on Pokemon Unite right now, so wish me luck. Good luck. Let's all wish Tabor good luck on his Pokemon adventures. It's going to be a long time before I enter another one. You don't know the future, bro. None of us know the future. Try not to... I try not to beat myself up and call myself an idiot, and I try not to tell the future. You know why? Because when you get into a relationship tomorrow, you're going to feel like an idiot. Then you're going to be like, I'm such an idiot. Then you're going to be calling yourself an idiot and predicting the future. Yeah, you got to catch them all. Go catch them all, bro. Shades, if you ask me, and first of all, it doesn't say that anywhere in the big book, a year of sobriety. Doesn't say that. Which doesn't mean it's not right. Doesn't say a lot of things that we practice in the big book. But it doesn't have to be exactly 300. You're dead wrong if you go out on your 366th day and think that you're straight, stable, and ready for a relationship. It's not like that. It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of growth. Everybody grows different speeds. A year is like that's a stupid online article that said that. You have common sense. We have a very acute ability to reason. You do, I do. Use your mind. And your mind's fucked right now, as is mine, so get your sponsor to answer the question. Different sponsors will tell you different things. I told my sponsor, I said, man, when I first came into the rooms, everybody thought I was a 13-stepper. I'm like, because he's tall and, charming and, a little, he's kind of handsome and deep voice. Ladies look at you a certain way. People think I'm 13-stepping just because I'm tall and handsome. That's discrimination. But he's like, my sponsor looks at me, he's like, bro, people have been 13-stepping ever since there was a 12-step. Right after the 12-step got invented, the 13-step got invented 100 years ago. 13-stepping is a slang term for basically, working it in the rooms of AA. Which, look, it's a sacred space. It's life or death. It's not to be fucked around with, pun intended. Sobriety, recovery is... We all want to wrap ourselves up in the arms of another and disappear into Netflix and the couch. And sexual... you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I believe in God. 13th stepping is just like I said. After the 12th step, you help yourself and another into the 13th step, which is... Can I go to an AA meeting? Abso-freaking-lutely, bro. You can go right now. Look up the Meeting Guide app. It's got a picture of a chair on it. Meeting Guide app. With a push of a button, you can get directions to your nearest AA meeting. Trippy. What do you, Being alone is addictive. Isolation. Our disease is in our mind, and there's a lot of fear involved. The outside world involves risk. There's more fear if you leave your house. Our comfort zone is easy to be controlled. So many fears, we're obsessed with control. This is how I look at people that don't drink a drop but have other signs of isms and alcoholisms. Is they isolate. They watch TV. Everything is... Would you rather be happy or right? Some people aren't in relationships because they would rather be right. Or they don't really consciously ask themselves. Dublin. He kept sending people to this used car lot. I had to call the office to get them to change the shit online. Good for you. Good for your service work. Thanks, Trippy Seeds. I don't know what you're talking about right now. You said, but I like your videos. Well, what's the but, man? What was the sentence before that, man? You're like, you're an idiot, but I like your videos. You'll be good, Trippy. Just tough from being drinking culture to quit my family all drinks. Bro, actually, you know what I figured out when I stopped drinking? Not everybody drinks. I just basically saw the world like that because I was always hanging out with the drinkers. And I was always justifying it like the whole world drinks. I don't see drunk people anymore. I used to know what drunk people look like. I used to run with drunks and run into drunks and fight with drunks and drunk this, drunk that. When I go downtown at night, which is rare, and I see drunks as the midnight rolls around and shit, I'm like, it doesn't even look familiar to me anymore. But I thought my whole family drank too, and it turns out most of them either don't or they quit, for health reasons or, trust me, not everybody drinks, bro. But I have heard about England, but, I've never been there, so I can't testify. Not just England, but Europe in general. It's a different drinking culture. But you got Anthony Hopkins from Wales in recovery. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson from the Bronx in recovery. When you're sober, they don't look right, do they? Most of my dad's side of the family drink. Yeah, drunk people look silly, and they're loud and disgusting, bro. And they talk all close and shit. Hey, bro. Hey, oh, dude. What was I gonna say? Oh, man. Dude. Oh my god. I can't believe I can't even believe I lost my phone. Drunk people are fucking whack. And, we used to be them, so... sober is the new drunk. Drunk is the new retarded. Sober the new drunk. Drunk is the new retarded. Thank you. Good night. Red ass eyes, yellow tongue and shit with the breath stankin'. Drunken breath coming at you. Fire. Yeah, relationships. Before you don't get into a anything you put before the doing and practicing the 12 steps of the 12-step programs, anything you do before that, you will lose. And that even includes getting on the wagon and not drinking. You'll lose that if you don't work the 12 steps. That's the way I'm seeing it. That's the way the evidence is presenting to me. Anything you put before working the 12 steps, you will lose. And that includes a relationship. And I've been through multiple relationships in sobriety and out. The drunk, yeah, that has no spatial awareness. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Thirsty as shit. Hold on, let me get my tea. Y'all ever have this kind of tea from Publix? We love you too, Trippy. You tried quitting alcohol on your own for a year. It was easy, to be honest. Just used LSD and cannabis a lot during the time. Bro, I quit for 8 years. Time ain't shit. Time ain't shit. Y'all know the story? I'll put it to you like this. It's better told in the big book, but there's a story of a businessman extremely capable and blah, blah, blah. Alcoholic, almost lost his job, so he quit drinking and told himself he's going to drink when he retires. 65 came around and his drinking slippers came out. After successfully not drinking for 10, 15 years, he brought the bottle out. 4 months later, he was dead. Dead of alcohol-related illnesses. It's a progressive disease. Trippy, I can feel your despair through. This is not whiskey, this is, lemongrass, mint and lemongrass tea. Nah, bro. It was 4 months. Or wait, it might have been 4 years actually. Because before I heard it again recently, I thought it was that quick too, but it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know if it was 4 months. I think it might have been a couple of years. Actually, you know what? I'll look it up. Hey Siri, what page of the big book is the story about the businessman who quit but then picked up and his slippers came out and he was dead? Here it is, chapter 3, more about alcoholism, page 30 and through 43. Now I'm going to read a story here that basically will tell you about the progressive nature of alcoholism. Our first example is a friend we shall call Jim. This man has a charming wife and family. He inherited a lucrative automobile agency. He had a commendable World War record. He's a good salesman. Everybody likes him. He is an intelligent man, normal so far as we can see, except for a nervous disposition. He did no drinking until he was 35. In a few years, he became so violent when intoxicated that he had to be committed. On leaving the asylum, he came into contact with us. That's not the one I was talking about. All right, here's the one about Fred. Fred is a partner in a well-known accounting firm. His income is good. He has a fine home. He's happily married and the father of promising children of college age. He has so attractive a personality that he makes friends with everybody. If ever there was a successful businessman, it is Fred. We first saw Fred about a year ago in a hospital. He is an alcoholic. He had gone to recover from a bad case of jitters. It was his first experience of this kind, and he was much ashamed of it. Far from admitting he was an alcoholic, he told himself he came to the hospital to rest his nerves. The doctor intimated strongly that he might be worse than he realized. For a few days he was depressed about his condition. He made up his mind to quit drinking altogether. It never occurred to him that perhaps he could not do so. In spite of his character and standing, Fred would not believe himself an alcoholic, much less accept the spiritual remedy for his problem. We told him what we knew about alcoholism. He was interested and conceded that he had some of the symptoms, but he has a long way from admitting that he could do nothing about it himself. Listen, Trippy. He was positive that the humiliating experience plus the knowledge he had acquired would keep him sober the rest of his life. Self-knowledge would fix it. We heard no more of Fred for a while. One day we were told that he was back in the hospital. This time he was quite shaky. He soon indicated that he was anxious to see us. The story he told was most instructive, for here was a chap absolutely convinced he had to stop drinking, who had no excuse for drinking, who exhibited splendid judgment and determination in all his other concerns, yet was flat on his back nevertheless. Let him tell you about it. I was much impressed with what you fellows said about alcoholism, and I frankly did not believe it would be possible for me to drink again. I rather appreciated your ideas, but I was confident it could not happen to me after what I had learned. I reasoned it was not so far advanced as all right, let's go to where that never mind. There was a businessman. He quit for like 30 years. When he retired, his drinking slippers came out and he was dead in 4 months. That's the story. And it's to any alcoholic out there that has dealt with the disease, it's no surprise. That shit is cunning, baffling, and powerful. The mailman. Yeah, the mailman, like the mail comes, you don't want to deal with the mail? Is that what you're talking about? I don't want to deal with the mail. Could be subpoenas and shit. Daniel, bro, all due respect, bro, you're 27. A few days and a shitload of water helped me at 27 too. Actually, my shit was wrapped around a tree at 27. My Ford Explorer. The mailman was the one that died. Line drinks up for him. Oh, mailman. Oh, yeah. Rob Dog, my family is forcing me to go to religious rehabilitation center after relapse. I don't want to go. How do I explain to them this is a bad idea? They might kick me out, but you can't force it like this. How do I explain to you, Rob, that maybe their idea is a good idea and your ideas aren't working for you anymore? I can't. You have to learn it for yourself. but pain and constant incomprehensible demoralization by alcohol will prove to you that your ideas are the wrong ones. You might have a point, Rob Dog, but there's a 50-50 chance that they have a point and you do not. As a matter of fact, if you're really an alcoholic, chances are you probably should listen to all ideas other than yourselves. Hopefully you'll learn that before you die. We carry the illusion that we can control and enjoy our drinking to the gates of insanity and death. Trippy, maybe my ideas are better than yours. Maybe they are. A lot of ideas are better than mine. When I started to realize this, I started to get better. It's not a tumor. I don't know, die. Trippy, you're wasted, bro. You must be wasted. First of all, the proof is in the pudding. You wound up in jail again. Those were your ideas that got you there. You wound up in the hospital bed again. Those were your ideas that got you there. You wound up in rehab or in detox. It was your ideas that got you there. How good can your ideas be? I'm talking about myself. I've been rocketed into the fourth dimension of existence. I've been happy, joyous, and free on a straight pink cloud. My things I didn't think there was any chance of happening are happening to me. And it's because I opened my mind honestly and was willing to accept others' ideas. Yeah, that's what I said, the businessman. That's what I said, bro. The businessman. No, more about alcoholism is what I just read. It wasn't going in the direction. There's the jaywalker in There Is a Solution. Trippy, you're wasted. You're miserable and wasted, bro. Unfortunately, it takes what it takes, for you to take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth and start listening instead of talking so much. I say this with love. I say this with experience. One day you get beaten up so much by yourself that you don't have any energy to talk or try any longer. All you can do is listen and accept the help of people who know and have done it. And that's called humility. And that's where you begin. Rob Dog, get a sponsor in the rooms of AA or NA and work the 12 steps. Rob, just be honest, open, and willing with the 12 steps. The 12 steps are a blueprint for life. Alcohol is only mentioned in the first half of the first step. After that, alcohol isn't even mentioned. The rest is trusting in God, cleaning house, and helping others. Yeah, Trippy, Daniel knows because he's probably wasted right now too. Y'all are both wasted. What's up, Rafe? How's it going, man? We talked about relationships. Or I've read about relationships. I'm not even doing that shit until Rafe, have you ever tried VR? No, I have not. Although I hear it's pretty badass. PSVR 2 and it's crazy. Yeah? Whoa. What's good with it? Yeah, Rob. Don't do the 12 steps alone. Get someone who has worked the 12 steps and has some sobriety time to show you how to work them. That's what a sponsor is for. If you work the steps off the wall yourself, you'll get some off the wall sobriety. That's what somebody told me. If you work the steps off the wall yourself, you'll get some off the wall sobriety yourself. Have a sober spirit. The 12 steps is after having had a spiritual awakening, carry as a result of the 12 steps, carry the message to another alcoholic. Relationship advice. Which part was good about it? My advice to any addict and alcoholic is, until you're fixed in the head, you'll lose everything. You got to fix your shit. Everything you put before the 12 steps, you will lose. Any step you take before the 12 steps, you'll lose your footing. I know from experience. Off the wall. If you do AA off the wall, you'll get some off the wall results. VR is crazy. I haven't tried it, but I like the drones and shit, and and the pornography is interesting. Yeah, that shit looks crazy. All right, y'all. Hey, bottom line on a relationship, we have a disease of the mind. Our problem isn't alcohol. Our problem isn't the drugs. Our problem is ourselves. Alcohol and the drugs are a symptom of the problem. We get rid of that, we still got the problem. The 12 steps is the solution to the problem. Anything you put before the 12 steps, you will lose. That includes a relationship. Look up Relationships in Recovery, Relapse Prevention by Soberdelic James. I got a whole video on it. In fact, I probably have a playlist on it. Check it out. What's it all about? Sober up first, Trippy. That's your first advice. Then work the solution. You can't get sober if you don't stop drinking. All right, everybody. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. Soberdelic James Addiction Recovery and everything in between. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, keep it clean, keep it real, keep doing the damn thing. Peace.